Have you ever wondered how one simple question, "Are you alone here?" can change your life forever? I was 12, just a kid. My parents had finally started trusting me enough to leave me home alone for a night. We lived in a quiet, safe town, the kind of place where people leave their doors unlocked, and kids ride bikes after sunset. That night, my parents were going out with friends. My sister was away, and for once, I had the entire house to myself. I was excited. No bedtime, no vegetables, just video games and pizza. After hours of playing James Bond on my PS2, I ordered a regular cheese pizza from Juniza, small place just a few blocks away. When the doorbell rang, I grabbed the $20 bill my mom left and rushed downstairs. Standing at the door was a guy in his mid-30s, long scruffy beard, black trucker hat, kinda greasy. He handed me the box, gave me the change, and then he looked past me into the house. That's when he asked, "You alone here?" I froze. Something in his tone and the way his eyes scanned the hallway behind Mitt wasn't small talk. I quickly replied, "No, my parents are just upstairs." He stared at me for a second, then nodded and walked off. I closed the door fast, locked it, and tried to shake it off. I ate a few slices, wrapped the rest in foil like Mom told me, and went back upstairs. I popped in another game and kept playing. Hours passed. It was around 11 p.m. when the doorbell rang again. I assumed it was my parents. I called out, "Mom, Dad?" But instead of their voices, I heard a man say, "Hey, I need help. Can I use your phone?" My heart dropped. It wasn't them. I asked, "Who is this?" He just repeated, "I need to use a phone." I didn't recognize the voice. I didn't want to look out the window. Every part of me knew something was wrong. I backed away from the door and headed upstairs. As I reached the steps, I heard him bang on the front door and say, "Wait, please, I need help." That's when I realized he could see me. He was watching through the glass above the door. I looked down and saw the silhouette of a man's head, unmoving, staring directly at me. I ran to my parents' bedroom, locked the door, and called my mom. She picked up, clearly having had a few drinks, but sobered up fast when I told her what was happening. Her voice shifted immediately, sharp, serious. She asked if I had responded to the man, and I said yes. She asked if anyone knew I was home alone. That's when it hit me, the pizza guy. He asked me earlier if I was alone. I told her everything. While we were still on the call, the doorbell rang again. Twice, then silence. My mom told me not to move, to stay in their room with the door locked. She kept me on the line while my dad called the police. Suddenly I heard it. The side gate creaked open. It was barely audible, but I knew that sound. It led to our backyard. Then came the worst sound I've ever heard. The sliding door to the den, gently opening. He was inside. I whispered it to my mom. She screamed into the other phone, probably to the police. She told me to hide under the bed and stay silent. I crawled underneath, barely breathing. Then I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, moving through the house. I heard him walking up the stairs. I knew the layout first would be my sister's room, then mine, then the master bedroom. I heard the door handle jiggle, lightly, then again, then a knock. Just a soft, calm knock, but no voice. He tried the handle once more, then the footsteps faded. Back down the hallway, down the stairs, into silence. I didn't move. I didn't even whisper. I was afraid he'd hear the breath in my lungs. After what felt like hours, my mom said, "The police are there. Don't move until they come upstairs." I didn't hear any door being broken down, just heavy steps. A man called out my name, said he was with the police, opened the door, and saw 2 officers upstairs, 2 more below. They found the back door open, the sliding window to the den pushed wide. That's how he got in. I told them everything. I told them about the pizza guy. My parents, still on the way home, told the police too. The next day, they took me to Johnny's and asked if I could identify the delivery guy. I didn't see him. The manager said it was probably someone named Phil, who was out on delivery. But when we explained the story, he got defensive, said it couldn't be him, and asked us to leave. We waited in the parking lot for nearly an hour. The guy never showed up. My parents suspected the manager warned him. They contacted a few lawyers, but with no solid evidence, nobody took the case. We never went back to that pizzeria. And after that, my parents didn't leave me home alone again for a long, long time. I still don't know if it was the pizza guy, but it had to be. Who else would have known I was home alone?